Hey guys, Remington Keyes here with another review. Today I'm reviewing The Simpsons Season 26, Episode 11, episode Bart's New Friend. The plot line for the plot basically goes like this. Homer is overworked at work because the guy who's been covering his butt for the last 26 seasons is retiring. So he's been overworked because he had to actually do his job. Which I thought was a good plot line alone. Sometimes I don't think The Simpsons, takes advantage of their first plot line that they go into, but we'll go into that later in the review. So he's overworked, so Marge gives him an idea. But let's go to the circus so you're less stressed. So he goes to the circus, and, he gets kicked out, or he walks out because there's no Wi-Fi. So they take around and look at the rest of the carnival, and they find this hypnotist. The hypnotist hypnotized Homer into thinking he's 10 years old. And apparently, the hypnotist was been robbing banks, so the cops arrest the hypnotist before they're able to turn Homer back into an adult. And, the cops didn't arrest him. He ran off. It was the cops were trying to arrest him. And, so the whole episode revolves around Homer and Bart getting close, with Bart realizing that Homer doesn't want to be his father. That's why he drinks his problems away at most. But they end up growing closer in the episode, and they sort of have a brotherly relationship, which they even say in the show, I wish I had a brother like you. It feels like, you're my brother. They both say that to each other. So it's a really good, bond between Homer and Bart, which I don't think we've got a lot in this series, because Homer's been, let's put it facts straight up. Homer hasn't been the best father ever, And, so it was great to see that relationship, Eventually, toward the end of the episode, they do get Homer back, and they have this touching moment with Bart, and Homer as a 10-year-old boy saying, our relationship's still going to be the same whether I'm an adult or, kid. It's kind of a shame that Homer doesn't remember what happened when he was hypnotized, but he sort of has like a recollection of it. And the thing I do like about these new seasons is at the end they do have a touching moment. Him and Bart, Homer goes into the room and Bart's eating lasagna, and Homer's like, "Oh, what you watching, boy? I used to have this buddy when I was a kid. We used to do this." And they kind of had a moment, which is really touching, And instead of strangling him, Homer gave him a hug, which is really sweet. I was like, "Aw," by the end of the episode. Altogether, I really liked it. The Simpsons are really rolling out their best thoughts this season. They're coming back. It was a really enjoyable episode. I was shocked, This premise could have gone so sour so quick, but Matt Groening really knows what he's doing with his series, and the writers really know what they're doing, and it's just such an amazing episode. It's definitely top 25 episodes. Definitely. I would put it there. And let's get back to the whole first plot thing. So the whole first plot half of that, or not even the first 10 minutes of the episode, you got Homer overstressed for work. That could have been an episode alone. It didn't have to be the setup. This episode really didn't need a setup. It just seemed like filler time, and that premise alone could have been its own episode. I would have liked to see more of that, and then have this as a separate episode alone, because you could have had really two great episodes, there. And you could have had, Homer really, instead of being an idiot, actually working, hard. But I'm not going to take points off it. Altogether, I like the episode. And, it's really amazing. I mean, it's not as heart-wrenching as Bart gets an F, but it's definitely up there. It's definitely top 20, really good episode. But what did you guys think? Have you guys even been watching The Simpsons lately? If you have, comment below and let me know. If you, for more Simpsons episode reviews, stay tuned to Critic Nation.